yes, they have played this in the past, but it feels like a lifetime away. It feels almost irrelevant to what this could look like. So this is almost a clean slate coming out for Ascend here. But as said, there is footage on Gambit, and I wonder how the preparation's gone already. A 3-play lean this side. It looks like a burst through potentially the door. And it's not gone very well. But the second layer to that will be Bone Cold. 20 HP, he has to fade away from this and leave either Killers to pick up that mantle or to fall back to sight.
Look at Nats to try and find something to do. He's right out of drop already. Potential to challenge Killers, and he will win it out. He'll find Bone Cold as well.
He has just sliced through Ascend. I thought maybe he was good for one of those, not two. And suddenly that initial work, that kind of back and forth to find Defo feels so irrelevant how this round pays out. But Cena
Last player standing.
ain't gonna have much. Shadow's gonna find Cena, and Starzo's position is more than noted. And Nats is on the case, supported with utility as well. Starzo is just trying to play this out as best he can, and he knows it's an uphill struggle to even get one kill here.
They shouldn't swing through this, but actually will spot a barrel there and deal with Shados close by. Time ticking away. It's an open plant already. And we got this one in the bag. Nats will deal slower in approach this time around from Gambit. Double creep through underpass as well. No, initially Ascend took this space with the fault line, but only really to retrieve that orb. Pretty much giving up arcade space now. The other side, Nats will find a kill that might even pull a rotation. It does indeed, and you can hear Redgar relay that information immediately.
Yeah, you can see the net just being closed on Ascend at the moment. Nat's taking a little more space as well, herding them forward. He's going to hear all of this. Actually going to pull the trigger on the player at the end. That's going to be Killer's caught. He knows Starzo's nearby. He got that information earlier, so it's just teed up. So comfortable for the man. And CNED has been tagged, so position's already been noted. He's got two coming in from tower, and neither of these shots really finding what he wants. That one does. Any more? Yeah, one more. Falls straight away into the pocket, and a spike plant to boot.
Planted.
And the wall once again making sure they have a very open plant here. They can reset back towards main and potentially greet Bone Cold on this flank. There's lots of bodies for him to deal with as the rest of Ascend come through spawn.
Oh, Bone Cold has to be so integral here in my mind, but there's so many players literally sat for this Chronicle. Ducks under it. Oh dear, this is looking a bit dangerous to say the least. Killhead, Starzo and Zeke, what are you going to do with this? Nats makes his appearance. And look at this shutdown from Gambit. This was never meant to be this way.
Damage. Stop some of this momentum building.
Out of here.
And Gambit now will look to slow things down. Chronicle will find Bone Cold getting a little curious towards arcade.
It just looks like Gambit is in control of the ebb and flow of this. They know that Ascend want to try and get it, not necessarily in their faces, but find a little bit of something, and so aware of the possibility of CNED. Yes, the steps are heard, and actually, a second. He dropped the ball, CNED will punish, but an instantaneous trade. Zeke still going to do well for one, can't convert towards a second. It's a 3v1, Killers. You got anything up the sleeve? Absolutely not. Chronicle is...
Bone Cold will hear the boom bot. There's a trap wire here to confirm it as well. That will be dealt with. No readjustment just yet, and seriously, that smoke on main makes it so difficult for Cena to find something here.
So much invested, though, ult-wise into this as well. Redgar and Chronicle both putting everything they have into this round early on. Bone Cold still good to catch across, though. Spots another, and that's Shados. Managing to stay alive, but Cena's in danger. He's got players left and right. Zeke's gone down, and oh no, Cena burns alive. Bone Cold, Starzo, and Killers put to task, put to test, and Shados passes his. It's traded out eventually, but the spike's gone down. The ult comes in. And now Starzo and Bone Cold are presented the unfavorable, unfathomable task, but actually getting Redgar's made this possible. And look at the HP on Chronicle. 4 HP versus Bone Cold's 2.
Actually, Starzo throws the Cosmic Divide in as well. Nat's the last man standing.
The king of cool, though. Look at this guy, composed as ever. He's going to get a run on. Oh, the defuse! He's not going to stop! The defuse comes in, and they just make it across the finish line.
Ascend need a couple of rounds, but they need to be flawless if they want to build back in, reduce this deficit.
I feel like the phrase easier said than done is an understatement. Chronicle could be in trouble here. He's got...
Well,
okay,
not
no,
so
he's
much.
Absolutely fine. Chronicle has nothing to fear. CNED seems like he can't hit a barn door right now. He's having a nightmare of a game. And, well, when you said flawless,
Lots of things for Starzo to deal with initially when we forced away from that choke point.
They haven't quite committed just yet, but they're just on the verge. Now Zeke with the first, and Zeke, don't know what happened, but Starzo, oh no, it's an absolute disaster again. What is going on? Ascend! It's all falling to pieces. I'm a little taken aback for words here, because Gambit for once didn't have to turn all the screws. Ascend kind of did it for themselves.
In that Gambit are able to isolate both players on site time and time again.
Here he is, the Apex Predator himself, Nats, yet to be found. Chronicle is so sharp as well. The guy looks untouchable. And we wait to see what's now up the sleeve. Zeke. You know that you're being hunted down slowly but surely, but 4 still stand. Good connection for Bone Cold, but an instantaneous trade for Shados. It's quick and it's pretty much unforgiving as the site now begins to be squeezed and taken over. Spike en route as well. And it's Zeke and Starzo to face it down, and that's again yet to die.
Starzo is going to be given one. Shados actually will challenge. Slowed down now. Marshall in hand. Comes through.
He still
Land
won't
another
die.
headshot.
He's going to start at least clearing. Nats has got problems on several fronts. He knows now there's one, but he's now spotted another! No one can get past him! He's the immovable object. Bone Cold now noted, forced to fight, can't beat our Redgar. And they all still stand. Nats finally falls! Oh my word, excuse me, it's Killers who finally falls. This is just down to 2, Starzo and CNED. And they're so split on this. Isolated again. Nats is just, he just won't die. He literally will not die.
How rattled are Ascend by this source scoreline?
Well, I would say probably very at this point, because Gambit are exuding confidence and Shados just gets the freest kill of his life. It's all too simple. And nothing in any of these strat books and plays and considerations that Ascend had are going to make a blind bit of difference, because right now Starzo is the only one who can do anything to deny this, and it's a 1v5. And even he knows he's staring down the barrel of a gun. It's done for. I don't care who you are. I don't see a world where this game changes, at least.
Look
we
at how
start
they pissed
off
around starting.
Yes. Oh, they're getting out of there. Oh dear. Defo's like, I think they're running away from us.
They literally have to bail on the zip line. They will force Ascend into a quick hit towards B though. I've got to back away and respect this for the time being, but they look towards taking tower straight away.
Yeah, the flash is so good. Redguard just beheads Zeke. But there's 2 more potential victims. Look at this, they're all on the other side, and the raid boss is here. Nats refusing to relent. This guy's a god right now. Untouchable by all accounts. Starzo, there's just a bounding Defo in your face. As rock, paper, and scissors, they're going.
Of what we see from Gambit.
They're sending. They're full
Full
sending.
send.
It is
Full
absolutely full send. Defo at the helm. This time, Ascend are fighting back, but we know who still stands is Nats. He finally gets taken down. And Redguard, he's not got it. Okay.
A livelier in game as well. Ascend quickly push through A main here to find the opener on the back of Zeke. Trying to isolate Shados as well.
They still need to ensure, even with all this newfound confidence, they don't overcook it, because there's still a little bit of a threat. And it's been dealt with. Starzo does well to find them. And now 1v2. Does this do as much damage? No. Starzo going to push forward, try to get around it. Defo now knows where they are, but they're closing the gap, and it's Starzo. Good work. It's their biggest loss that they've ever faced.
Looked deflated, so this is a huge positive for me.
Well, CNED's still not having the time of his life. As much as his teammates may be loving it, he certainly isn't. And Nats has had his number. He's had pretty much everyone's number. He's at 25-3. Somewhat God's gift to this game.
Madness. Yep. Absolute madness.
Round 16, by the way. 5v4 now. They need to get a pick back. They need to have something go cleanly in their way, and it's just not. Gambit on the verge of closing this one down. 3 more victims stand. Shados just toying with his meal.
You are divided.
Now has to be aware that he could be surrounded. He's dealing with the pressure well because he knows that Nats has his back. Gonna find one. Redguard swings in, and it's all down to Starzo. It's all but over. 13-3. A flawless end to the near-on flawless map. This was decisive. Spirits all done high.
Yeah.